Hi everyone and welcome to the Thermodynamic Triforce. Today I'm playing Super Mario Brothers. And since I'm playing Super Mario, what better topic can I get other than math? I know that a lot of people hate math, but honestly, I'm not really like a proper physicist yet, but I'm studying to become one. So math is like my main game. So I decided to talk a little bit about math today. Not math, which is kind of appropriate since this is a Mario game and boy does he like shrooms. No, but I'll be talking a little bit about math, namely something that the kids that I teach have a lot of problems with. A lot of people actually, not just the kids that I teach. There are a lot of people that don't like math, but I think that's mostly because there's a lot of things like in high school that teachers, because I mean, math's like something up until high school I think that any math is fine, but in high school teachers tend to be, I don't know, dicks. So a lot of people start disliking math, and in high school it's where things start to get a little more complicated. So a lot of people end up despising maths, but I think that's wrong because maths are very important. They're present in everything. And today I want to talk a little bit about functions. Now, I know that I'm being a huge nerd, but I'll try to put this in a fun way that even 10-year-olds can understand. So, what is a function? I mean, a function is obviously like an expression which gives you values, but the way that I like to put this, and that I put this for everyone that I try to explain this is how I put it. Even like high schoolers, they end up finding it funny, and they usually memorize it this way, and they understand it better. A function. Imagine that a function, any function you can imagine. It can be x. X is a nice function. It's a nice straight line. It could be x squared, which has some nice curves. And it can be any function that you like. The exponential function, which is, I know it's also very important in so many things. Think about it this way. A function is like a box. Think about the box. It's a magic box. You don't know what the hell's going on in there. But all you know is that when you put stuff in, stuff comes out. So think about a function like this. It's like a meat grinder. Meat goes in and sausage comes out. I don't think that sausages come directly. Oh, maybe they do. Maybe can. Here's a question for you. Can you make sausages directly from meat, or do you need to grind the meat and then you can make your sausages? That's something that I've never thought about actually. Anyways, so a function is like a meat grinder. You put in meat, you get grinded meat, ground meat. Doesn't matter. You get meat. You still get meat, just slightly different, and that's what a function does. It picks up your number and transforms it. So yeah. Imagine a function like this. It's a box where you throw in a number and you get another number. And that's a basic idea that I tell everyone that has problems with functions, because they then get a little grasp of what fuck me, fucking Goomber. Then they get a little more enlightened on what functions actually are. And so, but of course, a good function. Oh, I almost died there. A good function is never alone. It always has its graphic. Now, it's an even nerdier topic, graphics. But what is a graphic? Because a lot of people, some students of mine, they get functions and everything, but when graphs appear, they get like, oh no, what about now? I hate graphs. But graphs are nothing more than so functions are usually written as f according to x. X is like the most favorite variable that everyone uses. X is like the thing you don't know, the find x. So think about this. X can be any number you want. And what a graph is that you pick up that number, that X number, which can be any number that you want, and you put it in. And you put it in your magic box, your magic function box, and it spits out a number. And that number. So a graph is like a 2D representation of a graph. So. Oh fuck! Oh shit! I'm sorry. I really don't want to die. I've played this a little bit to like get accustomed to Super Mario, and I died a bunch on like the first level. It's a bit embarrassing, but fuck! I had to jump when I did. It's no big problem. It is, because it's game over. Fuck. You know what? I'll just fast forward to that. Because I don't really want to be playing. No, you know what? You know what? Fuck this. I'll just warp straight to World 2. I mean, I was at the end of the castle. And the only thing I'll really miss is the... So let me just sprint through this, using every kind of warp and secret that I know of. This is one of them, the famous fourth tube. I was talking about, graph is like a 2D representation of a function. So on your horizontal axis you have your x value, which goes from minus infinite to plus infinite. And then on your vertical axis you have the things that come from the box. So let's picture x squared. Think about any number, any x number, like 0. So 0 squared is 0. So I draw a little dot on the coordinates 0, 0. Now I want to... Wait. Sorry. Now I want to draw a graphic. Pretty much what a graph is every value of x after going through that machine. Now, I don't have enough time to draw that many points, like infinite points. So if you're ever wondering how a function goes, it's not as simple as drawing points. But for simpler functions, you can get away by doing this. Can I go up here? Yeah. Let me just warp to World 2, so I don't get. So you don't have to watch like the same levels all over again. So yeah, to draw a function, I'm being way more confusing than what I usually am. But that's because, first of all, I'm speaking in English, which is not my first language, and I'm trying to play Super Mario at the same time. I've never had the pleasure of teaching anyone anything actually while playing Super Mario. That would be a new type of tutoring. Actually, I think there's a 1-up somewhere. Oh no, there's just this, which doesn't go back. Oh yes, there's a 1-up here. Cool. So yeah, to draw a graph, you need to not to draw a graph, but to get like the big picture of how a function works. Like, because why are functions important? I've been talking about functions for a while, but why are they important? Because they are very useful to describe like the behavior of stuff. Okay, like if you ever hear, oh, that thing has like an exponential growth, it's because it grows very suddenly around somewhere. And like I'll try to put up on screen like functions and stuff as I talk, so it's not only not visual. It's not only it's shit. Wait, let me just finish this level. Yeah, because like when I'm trying to teach something, it's very useful to have like a sheet of paper where I can draw and doodle and stuff. So I'll use the monitor, your monitor, as that while I'm explaining stuff and whatnot. And underwater level. That's how do I spit hot fire underwater? That's actually possible, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Is it possible to? Nah, I don't think so. Because explosions in underwater explosions cause like. Ooh, fuck. Oh shit. Wait. Underwater explosions cause like replicas It's something that I could cover. Maybe next time I'm playing Super Mario. So maybe next episode I'll lead with that, since this episode is almost done with. But I still haven't finished what I wanted to say about functions, namely like drawing functions. Yeah, so basically I was talking about x squared. So you pick up, now I used 0 and got 0, so now I use 1 and I get 1, and I use -1, and -1 squared is 1 again, so I draw that on my graph, then I continue, and then I use 2, and 2 is 4, because 2 squared is 4, and then I use -2, and -2 is 4 again. So I start to notice like some symmetry, specifically around 0. So you start to draw that, and you can pick like intermediate points like 1.5, 1/2, and stuff like that. And in the end you'll have like a bunch of dots that, if you connect together, in case of x squared is like a little curve, it's called an hyperbole. Not an hyperbole, that's not. Here I am studying physics, and I can't even remember the name of the shapes of functions. It's not an hyperbole. I don't know the name of it, at least in English, so I'll put it up on screen. Sorry about that. So yeah, so it's like this little curve, and it ends up like this. Put up a nice x squared function. So yeah, functions are really useful to like the functions are not very useful to fuck. Actually, I think that if you go to like a bar and go like to a girl, "Hey girl, want me to bend you like an x squared function?" I don't think that you'd be very successful. I'm gonna stop for now. Thank you for watching. I hope that talking about math didn't bore you. And next time on Thermodynamic Triforce, I'll try to cover that whole explosion underwater thing. See you next time.